Welcome to this Excel Beginners course. If you are starting out with Excel, you have come to the right place. Today we will be learning the basics from scratch, step by step. So grab your computer and let's dive right in. Alright, let's start with very basic. Excel is a powerful tool. Don't worry if you are new to it, we will break everything down. First thing, we will need to understand the layout of Excel. When you open the application, you will notice a clean workspace. This area is called Workbook. Workbook is essentially a collection of sheets. Each sheet is like a page in the book. By default, you will see sheet 1 when you open the new workbook. Each workbook have multiple sheets. We can add as many sheets we need by just clicking on this plus icon. Now let's look inside the sheet. You can see a collection of rows and columns. The columns are labeled as A, B, C, D and so on. And the rows are labeled as 1, 2, 3 in the numeric fashion. When you click on any of the cell, it will get highlighted. So the intersection of a column and a row is called a cell. Cells will be the intersection of a column and a row. So each cell will have a specific name. So for example, this one is A1, cell A1. How we will name each cell is column A and row 1. That becomes A1. And over here, if you see this highlighted cell, then it is F5, column F and row 5. And each and every cell name, when you click on the cell name will appear on the left top. You can see the cell name over here. Okay, now if you click and drag, you can select a section of cells. A group of cells can be selected like this. So this group of cells is called range. Okay, the group of cells is called range, and range can also be named. For example, this range will be named as C2 and H10. So it will start from the very first cell on the left top to the one very bottom cell on the right bottom. So it will be C2 to G11 on this range. Okay, so now let's look at the other options available within this Excel. So when you look, there are a lot of titles available over here. When you click on each, by default, when you when you open up a Excel, you will see home as the default title. So when you click on each and every title, the ribbons will be shown. Different ribbons will be available for each and every title. And when you click on you can see within each ribbon, you will have separate groups. We have separate groups within each ribbons. Okay, and when you click on these options, see additional options will pop up. Okay, and when you look into this side, you can see the scroll bar available. Scroll bar is available on vertical and also horizontal is available. And you can see magnifier is also available over here. You can see you can like increase the zoom level and you can also decrease the zoom level. Okay, these all are the basic features that we have available on, and like there are a lot of other functionalities and things available. For now we can just start with this. Also, I forgot to mention we have the formula bar available over here in which we will be writing formulas. We will look into formulas and complex things later on. First, we can start with the basics. And on the top, you can see few icons. So this is save button, this is undo, this is redo. So we have few buttons available also. And over here it is mentioned as book 1. Book 1 is the currently the default name of this Excel workbook. Now let's start with one exercise so that we can learn more about the Excel. So our aim will be here to create a table for the students and including their mark, and then we will calculate their overall percentage and the total mark that they have acquired. So for this, what we are going to do is, like, we have the Excel sheet opened and we can rename the Excel sheet by clicking. What we have to do is, like, you just need to double click on the name, and I'm going to name it as class 10th. So I'm just giving a random name, like, so what we have to do is, on the sheet we have to give a meaningful name so that, like, whenever someone else is referring, they will be able to understand what's within that sheet is present. For example, we have, like, assume we have like these many sheets available. So if there is some data on sheet 6, you won't know what data is present on that unless you have mentioned specific name. For example, or this, on the first sheet we have mentioned it as class 10th. So whoever is looking into this sheet without going inside that sheet and checking in detail, they know in the first glimpse itself that sheet has the data of class 10th. So we will have to always make sure that we are giving proper name for each and every sheet. So now let's look at how to add the names, how to add a table with student name and all the details available for each and every student. Okay, let's start with that. So we want to start with the first column. So I am entering the first student's name. So what we can do is, like, we can add the class number also. So class number 1, 2, 3, 4. So assume I have 50 students. I don't need to write this like continue writing till 50 over here. So here we have a pattern, that is, like, each and every number is increasing by one value. So system will know that, and we have the feature in Excel for that. What we have to do is, we have to select this, and if you see, like, and there is a small box at the bottom, I will just zoom it further so that you can see it clearly. So you can see over here a small square box below the 4. So you can, like, if I mouse over here at that point, see my mouse, the pointer changes to a small cross, dark cross. Then you can just click on it and drag it. If you drag it, I'm going to drag till 15. So you can see that value automatically populated. You don't need to keep on writing till 15th. You can just write 1 or 2 and then you can drag it and it will automatically populate based on the sequence. For example, like, if this was supposed to be 16, that won't automatically populate. It will populate in a sequence fashion, like it will follow the same pattern it was present. Okay, now I will type in the name. Okay, give me few minutes, I will type in the name and then we can resume this one. Okay, so we have the name and the like roll number of each and every student available. So now we are going to enter the mark. So now there is a problem. So we have name. So if I enter the mark over here, and then another set of mark is available over here, how will someone looking into this will know what this each and every column represents? We will need a column header for that, right? Else like how will the whoever is checking, or else like we are coming back into sheet after some time, then we will look into it, how will we know? So for us to have the better understanding, for whoever is looking, we will need the header. So now again, so what do you think? Do we have to delete it to have the new column? No, we don't need to delete or anything. We will need one row above this, so that like we can add the header, right? So what we can do is, you can click on this one, you can click on this one, and then right click, insert. Okay, so now one row has been inserted. The same way, if you want to insert a column, then you can just click on this, right click, insert. So one column has been inserted. If you want to delete, right click, delete. That's it. If you want to add in between also, you can do the same, right click, then insert. Okay, so over here also you can do the same, insert. Okay, another one more thing, for example, if I want to update this name, okay, if I want to completely change, I can type in again like this. Like I just need to go here and type in, and it will replace whatever the name there was. Okay, I'm just replacing the name. Okay, so if I want to, like for example, the way that I showed is completely replacing whatever the data it was present. So if you just want to add something, I currently have added Sus, I want to update that as Susan, then what you have to do is, you have to double click on that one, then see a small icon appears over here, like a blinking one. So you can just start typing, so, and click on enter, and it will the entire name will be appear. So over here, like this is we are just selecting that text. So we can enter anything and it will replace. If you want to just make small changes, you can double click and then write it inside that. Okay, so we can add the title, we can give us roll number, name, science, so if you look into this, you can see, like, see, this is not proper, like the roll number, we can see the entire text. Over here also we can see the entire text, over here also we can see the entire text, but if you click over here, you can see the text. But I want this to be properly shown to all the people who are looking into this, so we need to increase the column width, then only we can see the entire text, right? So column width can be increased in two ways. For example, if you see, like if I keep the mouse pointer over here, you see this is changing, mouse pointer, how it appears over here, and when I place it on that border, then it is changing, right? Then I can click and drag. See, I can drag how much I want, and it will change. So over here, like, you don't need to, like, there is another thing. So our requirement won't be like increasing it this much. Like our requirement is like, show the number properly, that's it. Show the roll number text properly, that's it. So what we can do is, like, you can keep the mouse pointer on that separation, like, and then double click, then see, like, it will get expanded, or like the size will get adjusted depending upon the text that is inside it, and it will appear properly. So for example, over here, if you place over here and double click, it will appear properly. Same for here. See, everywhere, like, it got updated properly, the length. If I want to reduce also, you can do the same. It's not just for the increasing. Okay, now I want to have a title for these also. I want to mention these are subjects. So what I will do is I will add, then I will say subject. Okay, so but now again the problem is like this is appearing only above signs. I want it as a common heading, not as a individual heading for each of these. Okay, so what I can do is I will select all the columns for this for which I want to have the common title. Then I will click over here we have merge center, so we will click on that and it will appear on the center. Okay, now let me add the mark for each and every student. So why I am entering the marks manually is because there won't be a common way for each and every mark. The marks will be different for each and every student, and it will be different for each and every subject, right? So we can't have a pattern for that. So there are ways using which we can like capture the data from the image and also which we will look into the later sessions. Okay, so we have the mark for each and every student. Now what I want is I want the sum of these mark, like ropes mark over here for each and every student. So for that what we can do is like this can be done in multiple ways actually. So I will show you the easiest way to do this. Okay, I'm not saying like this is the only one way, but I think this is the most effective way, and like in future also if you want to learn more things on Excel, this way will be more helpful that like than using the like over here, like we have the menus, we are using menus also we can do. I'm not saying like those are wrong, but this will be the most effective way in my experience. So you can type in equal to, then what do you want? You want the sum, right? So you can just type sum and click on this and select the values which you want to add. So like we already discussed, so it shows sum or over here, like you can see on both places actually it is showing sum C3 is the this C3 to F3. So like we discussed, it is showing a range, sum of this range. So that's what it means. Now click enter. So 167 is the sum. So on each of these we will need the sum. So we don't need, like we discussed over here, we if we have a pattern, system will follow that pattern. So we can do the same over here also. So we have the sum present, so you can just click over here, drag it. Okay, now I am just pressing Ctrl Z. So if you use Ctrl Z, it will redo the changes. So whatever changes you have done last will be undone. So dragging can be one option, or you can just double click. It will appear everywhere. It will automatically calculate and it will give you the values. Okay, so now the table we have created, but like this looks good, it is serving the purpose, but I want to change the look and feel also. Okay, So what I will do is I will select the entire section. Okay, what I'm going to I can drag and select like this, or what I can do is I can select few, or click on the first cell, then shift side arrow, then okay, then control shift down once more, and it will select the entire table. Okay, so now what we want is I want to give border. So currently this is where we can give the border currently, and there is a small icon, so click on that one and then give the border depending upon which type of border you want to give. So I will just give all border. Okay, so border appeared. Now what I want is, remember this selection is still present. Okay, if you click somewhere outside, selection will be gone. I want this selection, so I am like keeping the entire selection over here. Okay, and now I want it to be middle aligned and centralized also. Okay, let me explain the difference between middle aligned and centralized. To make it more easy to understand, I am just increase the size. So middle aligned is like, if you can see, like when I click on this goes into the top. When I click on it, it came on the middle and it goes into the bottom. So centralization means, now I'm just increasing it so that you will understand better. So now it is on the left side, now it is on the middle, and it's on the right. Okay, so that's the difference. So we have this, and okay, so now this also doesn't look that good, right? So what we can do is, like, we can merge this and we can merge this section also. Okay, and total also we can include within. No, we don't need to include within, we can merge this so that like it will look good. And now we can give a color. So color, if you directly click over here, the color, whatever color it is, it will appear, or you can select the color you want to use. Okay, and I'm going to make it bold also. Okay, okay, so we have created a simple sheet with the mark of each and every student, and also have calculated the total. Please do go through this, and like let me know if you have any questions or any concerns on the comment section, and we can see you all on the next section. I hope this was helpful. Let's meet on the next section, and we can look into the more advanced settings available on the Excel. Thank you all.